Initializing recap.
Greg reaches up and puts a hand on your shoulder, and he begins muttering something. And he says the word reckoning.
I think I'm going to, take a look at the bomb a little bit more and just start pulling it apart, and anything that's, relatively dangerous, I'm just going to shove it into my cheek pouch.
From across the atrium, you hear someone yelling those same words that you heard Greg and Freg doing. You look over at the transport terminal in which you dropped off the package for Nix, and one of the men who was the receiver of the package is holding it above his head and then is engulfed in flames as it explodes. You get a call, Durrin. You see Thimble on the screen. You guys brought something back, and they want it really bad, Durrin. And you reactivate the elevator and take it back down to the garage. And when the doors open, you are met with Vic Benson sitting in his newly acquired red convertible sports car. And he opens up his tablet and pulls the screen up. It currently says, "Wanted, enemies of the cube." It's the faces of Victor Benson, Merrick, Durrin, and Cody. And you guys are now in a high-speed chase with the stalwart blades of the cube. You are free-falling, Durrin, and for a second you think this is it. You open your eyes and you realize you're in the back of a Blades personnel car. And there are now 2 stalwart blade interceptors. And they say, "Looks like we've just been delivered a present."
Recap complete.
Welcome, friends, to another episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Are we ready to do it? I got 2 questions for you boys.
Are we just going to get more scared every week?
Yes. Are you ready to rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Are you ready to roll?
Hey, on that topic, guys, my dice last week sucked. Should I switch? I have a silver D20 I was using. Should I switch to my blue? Do you think that'll go better?
Roll them both at the same time right now.
Right now, and then whoever goes higher?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got an 18 and an 8. I'm sticking with the silver dice. That's my one good roll. Can I use that thing?
Nope. Anytime you roll an 18 now, it's going to be treated as a 1.
Oh, fuck. What if I roll a 1?
That's still 1.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just, it's Starfinder rules.
Yeah, it's a wild system.
It's a crazy system, but that's just the rules. Now, where we last left off, Durrin, you were in a bit of a predicament.
Some might call it a pickle.
Some might call it a pickle.
Been in better situations. I mean,
you're currently in the back of what is known as a longsword. It is a personnel vehicle that is used to transport what are known as interceptors from place to place. They were en route to meet you guys on the Lightway, and you just happened to fall right, quite literally, into their lap.
Can I point out that I love that it's called a longsword?
I didn't mention it last time, but the other 2 vehicles that you're
Are
currently...
they short swords?
No, so one is a spatha and the other one is a dagger.
Okay.
Dagger's cool.
I don't know what a spatha is, which makes me sad because I should know my bladed weapons better.
It's like a Greek or Roman short sword.
Cool.
But yes, all of the Blades vehicles are named after various types of blades.
These are so cool. I don't want to fight them anymore. And mainly because I keep rolling 2s.
Whose turn? I think it was Durrin's turn, right?
He did land.
I failed my roll and landed, so I think it's after my turn now?
Yeah, so it'd be Victor's turn. He looks down and he looks at Cody and he looks at you guys and he's like, good news, gentlemen. Durrin's not dead. Bad news, the rest of that sentence is yet.
Cody, started smiling during that and then sags at the end.
He looks over and he's like, we can't attack the Blades. I don't want to hurt any of these guys because they're just doing their damn jobs. For all intents and purposes, I would be on the other side if it wasn't me. All the evidence proves that we are doing some terrible shit. So I can't fault these guys for trying to stop us.
Yeah, that's what makes this tough. And I think they're going to kill us.
Well, I don't know kill, but definitely there's a bone to pick with us, and it's not gonna end well one way or the other.
Cody looks back at like the giant car that's like slowly grinding us and like, kill.
Victor is going to take a round to aim his shot at the long sword below him. And it is now Merrick's turn. No, sorry, it's the Blade's turn. The hatch above the spatha opens up again, and this time a person crawls out and walks over their windshield onto your trunk and pulls out their little stun baton. And that will be their go. Now it's your turn, Merrick.
Okay, I'm trying to think about how to fight someone and not kill them or push them off a car.
Give me a culture check.
Sure, gladly. That's a 21.
So you know that most people, as you saw when Benson took the car last episode, are equipped with suits that will protect them if they fall off the lightway.
All right, I'm gonna jump into the back seat where Durrin was.
R.I.P.
So there is also room. If you're fighting from the back seat, you'll be at a disadvantage because they do have high ground on you. There is room on the back of the car if you want to take that risk.
I'll fight with the disadvantage.
Okay.
And
Now, is that disadvantage compounded by the failed
Yes.
pilot check? So you're
Yes.
at double disadvantage.
Yes, you'll be
Screw it.
taking a -4 to your attack rolls for this.
yeah, Merrick fears no one. I'll stand on the back of the car.
Okay. So you are now, just to paint the scene for those who forget, they are currently driving along a hard light lightway in the middle of the atrium of the cube, this sort of hard light highway that spans the length of what is essentially Central Park, or the size of Central Park, of shops and everything lining on the other side, bridges every now and then go from concourse to concourse, and you are boxed in on either side by smaller stalwart blades vehicles known as daggers, and behind you is a spatha, a more armored vehicle that is currently hooked into the undercarriage of your car, holding you in place, or holding you guys together. And now there is a stalwart blade who has now boarded the back of your car, and Merrick has just joined him to meet him in battle.
Yeah. I'm going to swing at his legs specifically, trying to get him off balance to get him to fall off the car.
Okay, you know what? Give me an athletics check for this.
Cool.
Because I think this isn't... You're not trying to do any damage, I assume?
No,
Okay.
that's a 15.
Okay, so you managed to knock him a little bit off balance, but not enough to throw him off the car. But he's now sort of like, his heels are off the car right now. Like, he is that far on the edge, and he is looking nervous as you and him are just exchanging blows with your Solarian blade and his electronic baton.
Sick.
And it is now Cody's turn. It's vindication time, baby.
Oh, God. Don't jinx me, man.
It's redemption time.
It's going to be a nat one. Just warning everybody. Can I... So, okay, you hit me with your shit, and then I'll hit you with my shit.
No, ask me what you would like to do, Cody.
I kind of feel like I want to do some proactive piloting checks. I'm wondering if I can, jam on the brakes and, turn. Can I maybe use, the weight of this car against it and maybe slide it, even if it's just a little bit, into one of the daggers?
Absolutely. This is
Cool.
going to be a difficult check, but yes.
All right. And I don't have any minuses, but I don't have any pluses, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, thank God, that's a 21.
That I set the DC to 20 in my head. So yeah, you manage to, you floor it and you put the gas quite literally pedal to metal, and you manage to creep just a foot ahead of the two daggers on either side, and then you crank the wheel to the left and slam on the brake so that you guys both kind of go horizontal across the lightway, and you are now sliding, and you've managed to push one further up and one further back. but you guys are now currently sliding in like a Tokyo drift horizontally down the highway.
Cody yells, "Looks like I finally ran into someone that likes to play as rough as I do."
I'm standing on the back of the car.
You've got 4 arms. That's so much balance.
Give me a reflex save, Merrick.
Oh, man.
Sure.
I'm so sorry. I had it kind of in my head before. And
Dane?
Yeah.
That's a 3.
It's not gonna be the worst. You fall prone onto the hood of the car, and the ground you gained with the blade is lost as he moves forward onto you.
He didn't fall off the car?
Does he have to do a reflex save too?
You know what? Yes, actually, he's good. So yes, he moves in on you guys, or on Merrick,
okay.
And it is Durrin's turn. Durrin, you're in the back of. It's kind of like. Have you ever been on a water taxi?
No.
Or know what that is? It's like
I know
the back
of them,
like,
but I've never been in one.
It's like the back of like a catamaran or like a boat kind of situation. So the vehicle is, or like the driver's seat is at the front, and then there's this large sort of seated area that could seat about 6 people.
Kind of like a square of couches.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And there are currently 2 interceptors staring you down. They are much more heavily armored than the ones that you've seen, than like the regular blades. And they're ready to fight you.
And I guess I'm prone. I look up at them. It's like, how badly do you want to make it out of this alive?
They look at each other and says, "The hell you gonna do, rat face?"
And as my action, or I guess my move action, I reach into my pouch with the explosive bits are, and I ready an action, and I'm just like, I think I got something a little prepared for you.
Give me an intimidation check.
A 12. But this is not a bluff. If that's
no, I know that was just like gravy for what you're doing. This 100% works. They've seen the footage. They know what you pull out of your mouth, and they know what you have allegedly done on the cube.
They look at him and they go, "It's pouch explosion."
They both take a step back and they're like, "Hey, look, you're in enough trouble as it is right now. Blowing up us is only going to make things way worse. The only thing worse than a terrorist is a terrorist that's also killed a blade. Think about it."
Oh, my question is, what's the punishment for terrorism? Just wondering.
I mean, probably a life sentence on Chirillis.
I'll ask you again. How badly do you want to make it through this?
All right. Relax.
No. I'm relaxed. Are you relaxed?
What do you want?
You're gonna pull over, and we're gonna drop all you off this car, and I'm taking this one with me.
Well, we can't really pull over on the lightweight, but okay, we'll pull off, and yeah, that okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's all I want. Everyone's happy. You get to go back to your families, and you can say some crazy rat nearly blew you up.
Roll me a perception check, please.
I rolled a 21.
You can see there's another Spatha approaching behind you.
Be a real shame if we got hit and these chemicals happened to rupture. We just all died here.
You can see them starting to sort of like wave at the Spatha. And it's Victor's turn. He's going to take a shot at the longbow below you. And he's going
to be... Oh, no, Victor, no!
He was readying his action, or he was aiming his shot.
Victor, are you listening?
He's 30 feet above, and you're currently fucking horizontal. He can't hear shit.
Victor, you idiot!
Please, Daddy, no.
He shoots. He's aiming again at the engines of the longbow, or sorry, the longsword, and he does hit. He's going to do some damage to it as the car lurches forward with the shot. The pilot freaks out. No, I won't do this to you, Durrin.
You put me through so much.
I was going to see if you could hold on to the barb. As
no. I came up with such a clever plan on the fly, dang.
No, it was very good. So that's why I'm
That
not
was
going to
cool.
punish you. It is now the Blade's turn. So he's going to make an attack roll on you, Merrick. That is a 16 against your KC.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oops. Oh, not the fucking best. That's 4 points of electric damage.
Ugh.
As he stands over you and just thrusts the baton into your stomach.
Yep.
And now it's Merrick's turn.
Can I try to trip him from prone?
Absolutely. So it is, you're trying to beat their KAC plus 8.
Okay, I'll go for it. That is pretty good. That is a 21.
That's it on the fucking dot. So as he's standing over you, he thrusts the baton into your stomach. You manage to wrap your back legs or your legs around his and just pull him down so that now you guys are kind of like tussling prone both on your sides on the hood of the car.
We're just sliding sideways down.
Which is sliding sideways. You guys, and for drama purposes, is like your head, both your heads are off the car. So your shoulders are touching the hood. Everything after that is dangling off the car. So you can see the lightway below you.
Do I see Durrin?
You could also see Durrin, yes.
Just with a hand in his pouch.
Currently holding a bomb.
I do love how like Durrin was doing some really fucking cool exposition, like dialogue, and is really threatening and really awesome. But it ruined slightly by the fact that he did have a hand in his mouth, so it probably sounded more like this.
No, I said he pulled it out of his cheek.
Oh no, I pulled it out.
Oh, that ruined my entire mental image. I'm very sad.
Because I need him to see the things I'm holding because they're actually dangerous.
So who just went? It was Merrick, right? Cody. Yeah. You need to straighten this fucking vehicle out somehow, or free yourself from this spatha somehow, because you cannot keep going. If you keep going sideways like this, your momentum will die, and you will be surrounded.
Yeah, so right now we're sliding, so I don't technically need to pilot this, right? Can I get up and try to gulch gun, like, the hinges of the thing that's attached to us?
So here's what I'll say. You can open the door and lean out and try to shoot sides.
Cool. I wasn't sure if I could get it from there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I don't see the point in writing us and having him still be attached. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Now, do I get the +2 from Cap?
Yes.
Hell yeah. So that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it. Roll some damage for me.
All right. So a big fucking, 20-foot gout of flame is going to just kick out. Fuck. That's going to be 5 points of damage.
Perfect. Was that +2 from?
That is unfortunately +2. I rolled a 2. I have a 1.
Okay, cool. Durrin, Merrick, you feel a spout of hot fire behind you as Cody is leaning out the driver's side and shooting under the car, burning away the hinges, and they're not all that particularly strong, and the heat is enough to sort of like warp the metal enough that you are now free. So I'm going to give you a pilot check to try to straighten out.
All right. Do I have minuses or pluses?
Nope.
All right. That's a 13.
Classic.
That's
I rolled a lot of 13s, boys.
Because you're not hooked to anything, that is enough to just right yourself.
Mm-hmm.
As the spatha now is like slows to a stop behind you because it is going sideways, and it's kind of fucked as it sort of like gets smacked and T-boned by a car, and like another car hits it, and like a small pile up behind you.
None of these are the minivan, right?
No, the minivan is still to your left.
No,
still
leave. Why won't they go?
It is now Durrin's turn.
All right. And I guess like we got hit, so it's a little shaky, and I'm just like, oh, someone up there isn't happy. Better toss off your weapons and make it obvious that the situation's under control, or things are going to get real testy in a moment.
They toss their batons over the side, and they say, look,
And I want to like be obvious to Captain that like the weapons are getting tossed over, so whoever's shooting us stops.
Yes. Okay.
That's why I was doing that.
I think Vic will get the hint.
Okay.
Or are you doing an action?
What's a good... I'm trying to think of what's a good spot to even do with this right now, because I can either pull away from the chase and kind of take the car, which I guess was my first thing, but I guess there's nothing nearby for me to like for them to pull off. And
yeah, no, you guys are like in the thick of the lightway.
Okay, shit.
They have little parachutes.
Do they have little
Man,
parachutes?
I would love to know what would have happened if we took the back roads.
Yes, so you do know that like these guys probably have the same safety precautions as that other dude who got thrown out of the car.
If not
okay.
better ones, right? Because they're like, government officials and whatnot.
Yes.
All right, if that's the case, if they have those, if I knew about those safety features, like, all right, better jump and better aim good.
There's still traffic going on, man. You want us to jump off into the lightway?
Either that or have your vehicle behind us pull under so you can jump on there.
Okay, tell you what, yeah, we'll get the Spatha, they'll hook on to us, and we will board them. Is that all right with you?
That sounds good to me.
Because otherwise you're going to be in an unpiloted ship while we all jump out, and that's not a good idea. So at least with them attached, you'll be able to get in the pilot seat, we'll detach, and you'll be on your own, yeah?
Oh, I like how clever you're being. Let's do
all
that.
Right. Okay, all right. And they wave the Spatha over,
Mm-hmm.
and it drops its like hooks that it had on your guys' ship, and it kind of approaches a little slower. And give me a perception check.
I have a 19.
Okay, you catch out of the corner of your eye the guy who's been doing all the talking, giving a come forward motion a little bit too aggressively.
Okay. And when I see that, I guess I'll like make a little tink 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 like motion with the two things. I'm kind of imagining that like they're in glass and there's like tick tick tick.
And you see him. He stops making that motion and he like starts gesturing a little slower.
Okay.
And the Spatha comes in very gently, very differently than how it hooked onto you guys, and hooks onto the bottom. And they begin. The pilot and the two guys that were in the back with you begin getting onto the Spatha.
Now here's the question: are they going to actually disconnect?
Roll me a sense motive.
I
know they're not. I know they're absolutely not.
I was trying to scream sense motive so many times, and
I know.
I held back.
23. I'm rolling fucking great on all of these.
It's really good.
You need to launch Terry out of cars more often because you're getting so much better by yourself than us.
Where was this on that last reflex save?
You can guess by the fact that he's been trying to he was obviously trying to get them to ram, and he's got something. Like he's planning something.
Okay. You
don't really know what, but he's got a bone to pick with you, and he's not going to let you take this car.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, with that, I'll be like, you know what? Once everyone goes, you stay back here with me.
He's like on the back, he's like walking up the couches like stairs onto the spot, and he stops and he just says, "You don't have to do this."
Oh, we don't have to do anything, right?
He turns and looks at you and he says, "I admire your balls." And he's going to draw his quick draw ability.
Ah, shit.
To pull a weapon out as a reaction and fire. And we'll see what happens here.
Okay.
Fuck me, he rolled a net one.
Oh!
Wait, does he shoot the bomb?
He pulls out his gun and tries to shoot you, but the combination of being pushed and propelled by another vehicle, and the nerves of you who's been very deadpan about blowing them all to hell, his nerves are just shot completely and misses, and he hits the steering column of the vehicle. And
the one I'm on, right?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
And you feel it begin to pull on the Spatha, and it's like you can tell it's trying to fishtail, but because it's hooked onto the Spatha, it's safe, but you don't know how sturdy those hooks are, and you don't know what's going to happen to the ship once it's free.
Okay.
And this guy fucking let's see. He's going to do a reflex save to see if he keeps his footing. He does. But he looks absolutely fucking terrified.
At that point, I think I'm going to... If I have the actions to do it, I'll jump into the piloting seat and try to get a handle on it before the disconnect happens.
Yeah, for sure. So jump in there and give me an engineering check.
Okay. Natural 20. Holy shit, where was this? Where was this?
He's gonna one-shot this whole thing.
It sounds like I'm lying, but fucking hell, 30.
Damn.
Fantastic. So you're able to undo some of the damage. It's a temporary fix, but you'll be able to control this thing for a little bit. But it's not going to last you very long. And as you run that way, the dude realizes he's fucked and jumps on the spatha, and they disconnect. But they pull back so fast that the back half, they just tear like the back half of the longsword off.
Oh, cool. Sweet.
And then it is Victor's turn. He's going to turn around and see you and the guy fighting, Merrick, and he's trying to get a line on the dude, and realizes that it's probably easier to just hit him. So he reaches over the back seat and just fucking tries to clock this guy who's fighting with you. Yeah, and he does it. And he does 7 points of non-lethal damage to him. And he's going to... I'm going to say that's going to give you a bonus on your turn to fight him.
Right.
But unfortunately, it is his turn, and he's going to try to grapple you. Does a 24 beat your KAC plus 8?
Oof.
Yes.
So he manages, after he gets clocked by the fucking captain, he realizes he's in a bad spot, so he grabs you and rolls you, so your back is now you're in between him and the captain, and he's trying to shove you off, like he's trying to drag you off the back seat. And that would be get your turn. Oh, actually, the blades below in the spatha with you, Durrin, the hatch opens up and those drones pop out and swarm your car.
Oh, sweet.
These guys.
Now it's Merrick's turn.
Is Durrin's car right below us?
Yes.
How confident am I that if I fall from this location that I can land in that car?
Give me a perception check.
That's a natural 1.
There's no doubt that this is going to go absolutely perfectly exactly how you want it to.
I hate that you said that.
I roll off the car with the guy.
I feel like Cody is finally happy that he's finally done some cool driving maneuvers. Things seem good. Stuff down there looks good. He looks in the rear view, sees Merrick, looks down, looks back in the rear view. There's no Merrick, and he's like, "Whoa!"
So Merrick, you're going to... Well, fuck. How do we resolve this?
Well, the guy who's grappling me, his parachute goes off, right?
That's...
Oh, true. Yeah. So you're now currently... He's still holding you. Well, actually, you know what? Before you can roll off, you're going to have to give me an athletics check to see if you can... Because he's got you. So let's see if you can overpower him with just because you're not trying to really grapple him. You're just trying to use your body weight to throw yourself off. We'll see what happens.
Okay. That's going to be a 22.
Yeah. I'll say that's enough to just fucking yeet yourselves off. So as you guys are on your side, and with the momentum of him pulling you up to put you in between him and the captain, you're able to just use your extra arms to keep the momentum going, and you just roll off the back of the fucking hood.
Yep.
And his countermeasures pop off, and he's surrounded by that sort of drone parachute and is slowly floating through the lightway. And you are, if you're trying to get onto Durrin's ship, now is the time to do it because you're not moving forward.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm going to aim for.
All right. You're going to have to give me one more athletics check to see if you can get yourself free of his grapple.
24.
God, we're crushing it.
How do you get out of this grapple?
Once again, I feel like this man doesn't have a lot of experience wrestling Kasathans. So my extra 2 arms get into the game and they just start to overwhelm him, instead of just 2 arms wrestling, I've got 2 extra that help me rip away, and I drop down behind Durrin.
Well, before that happens, Durrin, your car is going absolutely out of control.
Oh god.
And unfortunately, Merrick rolled a 1 and didn't notice how fucked your car is. Your back end, as I mentioned before, is fishtailing. And you're going to have to give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh man, my perception is an 8.
You don't see Merrick falling, so you can't actively try to straighten it out to try to catch him. So we will see what happens as Merrick is falling through the lightway as well. It is Cody's turn.
Cody's freaking out, man. His family are all falling off this car.
So you currently still have the 2 daggers on either side of you. One is to the front and right of you, and one is to the back and left of you.
Oh, fuck. Captain, are we all jumping below?
He looks down at the long ship, or the longsword, and he's like, no, can you not see that thing's about to fucking blow? We ain't getting down there.
My friends.
The only way that this is going to work, we got to pick them up. So we need
one of these short swords. Or like one of these daggers.
That, or we break through the magnetic field ourselves.
To do that, we need to get out on the hood and do what Durrin was trying.
So that just alerts them where you are.
Oh, okay.
So you can still do it. They would just have a tracker on you.
That's fair. How do I assume a pilot check?
No. So Vic says, you see that pylon up ahead? And there are these little gray they look like pawns in a chess piece. He says, those emit an electromagnetic field that keeps us level and keeps us from going out. The only way for us to break through it is to break one of those so that the magnetic field is temporarily down and you have to gun it. So it's going to be a pretty coordinated event. So we can either try that or, like you said, try to take one of these daggers. It's up to you.
How many people? Can I see how many people are in the daggers?
There are 2. There's a driver and a passenger.
Fuck. Both options are so cool. And like, okay, I feel like I'm going to try to, as we pass one of the pylons, like ram the car that's in front of us into it to destroy it.
Okay. All right. So you're going to have to give me
Wait, would that kill them?
No.
Okay, great.
No, these things they're about like the size of a like household garbage can.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're not fucking huge, but they're like in the shape, so they're like kind of curved, and then there's like a round top to them, like a pawn in a chess set. So hitting them, and because they can fly independently, like they're not going to plummet or anything. So no, it is completely safe to do this.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to try ram the dagger into that.
Sorry, let me rephrase. It is completely safe for them to do this.
Perfect.
So I'm going to set the DC to 20. You're going to have to do...
Don't tell me this.
The captain is going to get up. He climbs up to the passenger seat with you, and he braces himself on the mirror and holds his gun out the window, and he says, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shoot the back thruster. That will give you enough pull. If you clip them at the right angle, they'll spiral like a motherfucker. You got it? And that is him giving you aid. Let's see if he does it. He does. So you're going to get a +2 to this as he assists you in this maneuver.
Don't worry about it. They always hire bums like me for jobs like this. Oh, and I rolled my dice off the table.
It's either a nat 20 or a nat 1.
It's a nat 1.
No! What?
TPK.
It would have been a 10.
Oh my
yeah,
god. We all die on this lightweight.
So you
It's that goddamn minivan, isn't it?
absolutely gun it. And you're just cranking as fast as you can. Captain hits his shot, no problem. hits the back thruster, and you can see the car or the dagger kind of like fishtail for a second, and it would have given you a perfect opportunity to clip it in the back and send it flying through this pylon. But you notice that the minivan has switched lanes and has just kind of casually drives in front of you, and you have to slam on the brakes in order not to fucking fishtail this thing. But with a nat 1, you end up pulling back too soon, and the dagger behind you clips you, and you are now in a spiral across 3 lanes of traffic. I'm going to give me a drive check, please, or a pilot check.
Am I still getting aid?
Not for this, no.
That's a 10.
You manage to, with a 10, you're able to get enough control over it that you don't hit anything, but you slam into the magnetic like sides of the lightway, and you're currently stopped.
God damn.
As the dagger in front of you is beginning to like turn around, and the dagger behind you is skidding to a halt as well.
Fuck.
Durrin.
Yeah.
Why are my rolls so balls?
You're going to have to give me a pilot check in order to straighten out this ship and get it under control.
All right, I got a 14.
It's not enough.
Cool. Cool.
Merrick,
Yeah.
I need you to roll a d20.
Just raw.
1 to 10, something bad happens.
I rolled a 3.
No.
This is going to be the shortest lived actual play podcast in history.
The Spatha that was behind the long sword that collected all the boys, thankfully is still right behind the long sword. You're going to take 8 points of falling damage as you hit the hood of the Spatha.
Now, is that taking into account the little bit of leeway he got from the parachute?
Yeah, I mean, it was like pretty much instant, so you're more or less on the level.
All right.
Damn.
And Durrin, this is still your turn, unfortunately. You've failed to get this under control, and you are now also entering into a spin because the whole back half of this fucking car is gone. And while you were able to put the steering column sort of together, it's not enough to fix this, and you are now currently spiraling. What would you like to do?
Oh my god. I do want to try to correct it. Like, I want to get out of the spiral if I can. Am I allowed to make another check to try to get out of it?
Yeah, and so the first was sort of like your free pilot check for the round. This will be your action.
Okay, I'm going to try to correct it if I can.
Yep.
A little better. 16.
That's enough. So you're able to pull it out of the spiral, and give me a perception check as well.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Unnatural 20.
Now that you have stopped spinning and like violently twirling around, you notice that Merrick is on the Spatha behind you.
Okay. I'm going to try, if I can, I'm going to try to pull underneath the Spatha. So, Merrick could potentially just like roll off and actually land onto onto the vehicle I have.
So you used your action to straighten out your ship. So you'll have to wait until the next round for that. Victor's turn. He's going to. You guys have taken some damage. Yes, it looks like you're not in great shape.
Yeah.
Stamina could be better.
He yells out and he says, "Y'all need to get your shit together. We need to regroup somehow." As your two cars zoom underneath. And everyone's going to restore 15 stamina points.
Oh.
Just stamina? Okay.
Just stamina, yeah.
Can we get temporary stamina points?
No. And the blades are going to... You know what? The blades aren't doing shit. Actually, no. They have the two, you guys. So the one is going to use their turn to reconvene at you guys, Cody. And the other ones are going to... There's like platform. Their cars kind of like... The seats pop out because they can't stand on the lightway. So their seats sort of like slide to the left and right outside of the car, and they have their guns trained on you, the ones that were behind you. And they say, "Put your hands up. We have you surrounded. You're not going anywhere." And that's their turn. Merrick, it's your turn. You're currently on the hood of this speeding Spatha. Give me a perception check.
All right. That's going to be a 15.
So yes, you now see that in front of you is Durrin, currently driving a very fucked up longsword.
How far away is it a jump?
I would say there's probably about a car's length. So, what, like 10 feet, 12 feet?
I have, thanks to my jet dash feed, I have double jumping distance.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to jump.
All right.
I'm assuming it's athletics.
It is athletics, yes.
23.
Damn.
So you're trying to, you were just trying to beat 12,
Yeah.
right? The DC is equal to the number of feet you're attempting to jump horizontally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're good.
Sick.
You brace yourself sort of like kneeling down on the hood and just jet boot over to the back half of what's remaining of this longsword. And you're now on the longsword with Durrin.
Look,
Durrin, what's going on?
The situation isn't too great. Good to see you, Merrick. How's everything up there?
Good. I'm confused. I say we lose these guys and hopefully try to meet up with the captain.
They're at a standstill, aren't they?
Yes. You guys
Captain.
are now zooming past them.
Do you have a plan, Merrick?
Sort of. We're at a blade ship, so we can probably ascend up to them, right?
The ship's not in good condition. It'll only get us so far. We can't rely on it too much.
But you are correct that you guys can fly independently of the lightway.
I'm about to blow, so we do have an explosion in our pocket, but I don't know if we can use that to our advantage.
What a coincidence. I have an explosion in my pocket, too.
The captain doesn't want us taking lives, so it makes it very difficult.
Yes, it does.
Give me a perception check, both of you.
11.
Nat 1.
Yeah, now one with a 6.
11 is enough. It's not hard. Merrick, you can see that there is an off-ramp going to the right that would circle you back around near where Captain and Cody are. Durrin, you see an off-ramp to the left that will bring you back around to Captain and Cody.
Durrin, to the right.
No, I'm pretty sure it's this way.
Are you positive, Durrin?
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
All right, let's go left.
I hate this.
Cody, it's your turn.
Are any how close is the nearest dagger?
I'll say they're both like 10 feet away.
Okay. I feel like... So what if I just shot one of the gravity things? Would that just drop us?
No. The magnets are to keep you horizontal.
Mm-hmm.
The lightway keeps you vertical.
Okay.
So if you were to shoot the magnet, you would be able to
go off.
You could go off the lightway, correct?
Okay. Captain, I feel like we need a new vessel. And Cody is going to try to shoot in the front windscreen of the dagger facing them and then jump over.
The ones with the two outside of the vehicle?
Whichever one is that's the one behind us, right?
That's the one that hit you from behind, correct?
Yeah, so I think the one in front of us, because they're not out, but they're both 10 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's going to try blow out the ones who are still in. Actually, maybe the ones who are outside, actually, you're right, because then they wouldn't be in the cockpit. So I'm going to try blow out the window with my gulch gun and then just jump into the cockpit.
All right, so give me an attack roll.
Fucking Nat 1. What is going on?
You pull your gun out and you pull the trigger and it clicks, but they told you not to move and you just drew a weapon on them. So you now hear their weapons charge up. You hear that was your standard action. Would you like to do something else?
I'm gonna athletics over to the car.
Okay.
Because I was gonna shoot through the window and jump over, and my gun didn't work, so still gonna jump over, I guess. Okay, that's a 17 athletics. That's 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Perfect. So,
and my land speed is 40, so I guess I get a +4.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, because it's the DC is doubled, right? So you wouldn't have made it if your land speed wasn't that high.
No, it's doubled if there's no running. Well, I guess yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a DC 20. So it's a good thing you're fast, Cody, because
Yeah.
that would have been, because now it's what, a 21? Yeah, you just make it. You get there and like the back foot kind of like slips off a little bit, but you are now on the hood of that car. Victor kind of looks at you, he's like, I guess we're doing the damn thing. And he throws his kunai and just like, not teleports, but zip lines himself. Make sure he doesn't roll 1. He's good. Over to the same dagger that you're on. He's like on the roof of the car.
Mm-hmm.
And the blades are going to try to take some shots at you. Oh, that's a 2. And that's a nat 1. So I think they weren't expecting you to fucking jump on their car. So they're still aiming at, they light up that sports car. It's fucking Swiss cheese. Whoever owns it is going to be pissed. But that car is fucked. And you're now on the dagger. The blades below in the spatha behind you guys they're giving you a wide distance because they don't know what the fuck you guys are doing.
Either do we.
They were really winging it, you know?
They're terrified. You have a bomb. Merrick is like shimmering with fucking like photon energy. They're getting reports of like the other people have boarded their ship, so the spatha is keeping their distance behind. And that's what they're gonna do. They're still following you, but plenty of space between you guys. It is Merrick's turn.
Well, I guess we'll see how confused they get when we turn left.
Hold on, sorry. I think I skipped Durrin.
Yep, it was turning left.
Yeah. So you're going left, Durrin.
Yep. Yeah. I've never been more sure of this decision in my life.
You're gonna have to give me a pilot check to see if you can control this ship that's currently falling
Natural
apart.
fucking 20.
Yeah.
So 27 on the wrong turn.
The steering column was a little fucked, and you find that sweet spot. You know how like when headphones break, if you find the right spot, they'll both work. So you do that with the steering column. You find the spot where all the circuitry still lines up, and you have complete control. And you cross 3 lanes of traffic over into the left bridge, and you're now going the complete wrong direction against traffic.
Cool.
And you notice that the captain and Cody are on the right side, and you are in the wrong lane, or like the wrong light way.
I look at Merrick. I'm just like, when I say that next time, don't believe me.
I will never believe you again.
Sounds good.
Good
plan.
So you still have another like an action, like your turn.
Oh fuck! I don't know what to do.
I think we have to cross 4 lanes of traffic right now.
Is there any way we can get over to Cody and Captain?
Yeah. So you're in a blade ship. You can cross through the traffic and like break through the barrier. The blade ships have no problem flying independently of the lightway.
Oh, absolutely. Then I'm going to try to turn in and, if I can, ram the dagger that they're not currently on.
Okay. All right. I will remind you that the daggers are 2-seaters.
Oh.
So I'm just putting that in.
That changed a few things in my brain now. Because the 4 of us won't fit in a dagger, right?
Not comfortably. You can maybe squeeze 3. Someone would probably have to be riding the outside. Like with your size, Durrin, you could probably fit in there, but one of the medium people would have to be outside.
Okay, then I think I'm going to look towards Merrick and be like, think we can take one of those daggers?
At this point, Durrin, I feel like we can do anything gloriously or terribly, so we may as well take a chance.
Okay, I think I'll try to go back across traffic if I can.
Yeah, you're going to have to give me another pilot check.
Yeah, and then try to make it so that way we can make a like glorious leap over to one of the unclaimed daggers.
Sure. The both daggers have the people outside of their, like in these like retractable seats. And they're all 4 of them are currently out and just lit up the sports car you guys were in.
All right, let's try and do this.
All right. Give me a pilot check.
Unnatural 20.
All right, that's enough. You manage to weave through this oncoming traffic, and where you would normally hit the barrier, you're able to just sort of sail right through. There's a bit of like that vertigo feeling when you leave the lightway of the hard light no longer supporting you. So there's a bit of that like dip, that roller coaster dip, but you're able to keep going. And you want to be above the dagger, you said?
Yeah, or at least close enough that way it's a not risky attempt to get onto it and start to try to take it.
All right, so tell me, how do you want to board this dagger?
Oh, I want to get close, and I want Merrick to make that decision.
All right, well, I will say that you are close. The blades went, and it is now Merrick's turn, because I skipped yours earlier, so we're jumping to Merrick.
Cool, I'm going to try to leap on this dagger.
Okay, so you guys are above it, and you're jumping down onto it?
Sounds good. I'm good with that.
Okay.
More than happy.
So I will say this is an acrobatics maneuver as opposed to athletics, because you're dropping down and you need your balance to get it.
Natural 20.
All right.
Durrin. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Acrobatics?
Yep.
12.
With a natural 20, can I take Durrin with me?
I got a 12.
You know what? Yes, I said I would give you bonuses for natural 20s.
Thank you.
Merrick, you jump down and land perfectly superhero style, sort of like that 3-point. And Durrin, you just see him miss it, and you reach out one of your arms and just catch him and pull him over on and drop him onto the ship as he's about to plummet the fucking side of the dagger again.
I look at Merrick. I think I owe you a story after all this.
You do, and I will hold you to it. Also, we need to get some of these parachutes that everyone else seems to have besides us.
The situation now is Durrin and Merrick are now on the daggers, or on the dagger in the front of the sports car, and Cody and Vic are now at the one behind the sports car. Cody, it is your turn.
I want to kick one of the guys off. Can I athletics him to just push him off?
Yep, that is how it's done.
Great. When he's busy trying to kind of aim on us, I just landed over, and I just want to fucking I guess continue my movement into almost like a slide and just lash out a big boot.
Sure.
That's a 20. Do I have a bonus off the cap?
On attack rolls, yes. So
that's
it's
a 22.
So that is literally just enough, I believe, for this boy. Yep. You tell me what this looks like.
As I jump over, and as the lasers are firing behind me, and as the sports car is blowing up, I land almost in a crouch and continuing into a slide on my hip, and as I'm lashing out a foot, Cody's just saying sorry. And the guy gets kicked off, and he's like, oh fuck, and then just he wasn't expecting it, so his rifle gets dropped, but he's still pretty much at level with you, as he just slowly kind of feather fall style watches you get into his car. And Durrin, it's your turn.
Oh no. So is there a guy on our dagger with us?
There's two.
Okay. I don't think the bomb trick's gonna work again, so I think I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay. You're actually gonna try to hit him?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think so. To try to hurt him at least. 21. Kinetic.
Kinetic, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you? Your pistol's kinetic? Is that AC?
No, I have my rifle, but I guess I would use my pistol for this, right? Because everything's going on too fast. So.
And you said you can use your pistol as non-lethal, right?
I can. True. That's a good point. Except I didn't make that decision until now, so I'm just gonna have to keep it as is, I guess. So 21 with my pistol.
Yeah, that hits.
As 4 points of flame damage, fire damage.
The guy wasn't really he was too busy watching what's happening over on Cody's end. He gets shot in the back. He's like, oh fuck, and he looks and he says, we've been boarded, and his seat sort of 180s around so that he can get a look at you.
Okay, that's my go.
It is Vic's turn. He's going to roll to see if he can do the same thing Cody did. Yeah, he does it. He pulls out his kunai and almost like a garrote, jumps over and grabs the dude with the chest and like throws him off and then swings himself around from underneath onto the seat. And Cody, you and Vic now slide into the dagger and you are on board.
I look at the captain. I'm like, we did it.
Suppose we did. And it's the Blades' turn. They're going to open fire on you, Durrin, because you just shot. So the one guy is rolling that's a 23 against your EAC.
Oh my god, yes, absolutely.
Okay. That's 6 points of fire damage.
Cool.
And then the other guy, Merrick, now that they're under attack, that is a 12 against your EAC.
That meets it, yeah.
Okay. You're going to take 5 points of fire damage as they turn around and open fire on you guys. And it is Merrick's turn.
Fantastic. I'm going to run up to one of these guys on the dagger with us and try to yeet him off out of here.
Okay.
Athletics?
Yep.
That will be a 9.
No. So you kind of like jump down on the seat, but you don't have enough force to kind of push him in or push him off. So you guys are now kind of like balanced. You're on the platform that the seat comes out on, and he's still seated.
Classic.
It is Cody's turn again.
Oof. There's nothing I can really do to help them from here, right? Because if I shoot them, I could just kill them. And if I ram them, that's not going to be great either. I guess I'm going to, you know what? Okay, I'm going to drive up beside them and try to like help, like aid with the grappling by like reaching out and trying to like pull them off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I was going to maybe ride up and put a gun to his head and try to intimidate him, but I don't have intimidate. Quite the opposite, in fact. So I'm going to run up and just try to like aid with the grapple.
Sure.
Do I need to roll pilot for that?
No, this is a fairly standard check. You will need to you need to make an attack roll and hit 10.
Sure. With my athletics modifier or with like just an attack?
Just an attack.
And do I still have cap bonus?
Yep.
Oh, damn. That's like a 24.
So you, Durrin, or who are you helping? Durrin or Merrick?
Merrick, because he's like engaged in a grapple, right?
Oh, true. Yes. Okay. So yes.
Durrin just like shot a man.
Merrick, on your next turn, you're going to get a +4. So you're going to get
Sick.
+2 from the cap and +2 from Cody.
Fantastic.
Cody's just saying, take the train, as he's like slowly pulling him off the back of the chair.
Durrin, it's your turn.
All right. Now we're gonna go non-lethal, and I'll start hitting the one. I guess I'm not sure which one. Merrick, you're good, right? Cody helped you out with that one, so you
I'll
should
be
be fine.
fine, yeah.
Okay.
I like how you said helped as if it was already done with.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's over with.
Yeah, we've never done some bad rolls ever.
And then I'll do a non-lethal attack on the other guy,
Okay.
which is at -4. So it's a I can't math.
We also do get a +2, right?
Yes,
Oh.
you're getting a +2 from the captain.
So a 7 for EAC.
No.
Okay, I figured as much.
Vic's turn, and he would be on. Cody's helping Merrick. Yeah, there's not much he can do from that side. So no, he's just going to keep giving you get him, which is the +2 to attack and damage.
Thank you, Captain.
You know what, Durrin, give me an engineering check. Now that you guys are close enough on the ship.
Yep. Unnatural 20.
Cool. You can tell that there is an ejection option on these seats.
Okay. Okay.
And if you are able to get under it, like under the seat, you'd be able to activate that with a solid engineering check.
Oh my god, that's super useful. Thank you.
Merrick.
Yes.
Well, actually,
Well,
sorry,
let's
I
try
lied. The blades go first. So, oh fuck, that's gonna hit your EAC. I don't even need to ask you, Durrin. Sorry. That's 7 points of fire damage.
Ah. Okay. I'm at 2 health.
Jesus. You take another rifle blast, and this time it catches you like right in the stomach.
On Durrin or Merrick?
I'm sorry, Durrin. But that's going to hit you too. I rolled 2 19s as well. I'm assuming a 27 hits your EAC.
Yeah. Did I get shot twice, or did one go
No, this
between
is-
me and Merrick?
This is Merrick.
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Sorry. I got
definitely hits
confused.
Merrick.
Fuck me. That's another 7 points of fire damage.
All right.
As these two are just blasting you guys with as much with fear and terror as they need to get you off, because they are sort of the last line against you guys. And now it's Merrick's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try to eat the guy I've been engaged with.
All right, that's gonna be with a +4.
That's 19.
Yes, I'm going to say with the fact that Cody's also pulling him and you're with your forearms, yeah, you managed to get this guy. The seat sort of like tips backwards, and he just kind of like rolls out of it. And again, just his like little thing triggers as it's like, "Fuck you guys, we're gonna get you."
Just yell like, we didn't do anything.
He just gives you the finger as he slowly like just descends into the lightway. And Cody, it's your turn.
I guess I'm going to try whip around and help Durrin.
Sure, yeah. You notice that Durrin is not looking good.
Actually,
He's
you know what?
holding his...
Sorry, I'm going to whip around and try to let the captain help Durrin, because it's my go. Or actually, I guess I could still do it in this go. Yeah, I'm going to whip around.
Yeah, you can tell Durrin is in bad shape. Blood is seeping out of his stomach as he's like holding his wound.
I'm going to try and just athletics the guy off from behind, I guess. That's a 21.
Yeah, with +2 from the captain, that is enough to...
I'm going to whip the like drive forward, like spin around, and as I'm coming back, just reach an arm out and like clothesline him from the side out of his chair.
Durrin, you see Cody fucking clothesline the man who almost murdered you
I'm so happy.
out of the thing, and once again he goes flying and is slowly descending safely. But you guys have successfully taken 2 stalwart blade daggers, and you now have full independent flight through the cube.
Goddamn, finally. I look at Durrin and I'm like, hey, do you know if these have trackers on them?
Do I?
Give me an engineering check.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
And I nod, like, yeah, of course they do.
Well, I'm like, wanna pry one out?
How much time do we have?
You can tell, like, there's no way that you have time to do this unless you're like, Durrin can do it in the vehicle he's in.
Mm-hmm.
But staying and transferring from vehicle to vehicle, no, you will be set upon in mere seconds.
Captain, where are we going?
Well, hopefully the rest of the crew are safe. I'll message them to rendezvous with the ship. If they're not already there, they'll start getting preparations. I'm sure we're fucking locked down, but we'll figure that out when we get to it.
Okay. Make for the ship?
Yeah, we're making it to the Maverick, and once we're there, we'll figure something out.
You know, I'm sure the trackers don't really matter at that point.
No, I would imagine that they know if we're independent flight, they know we're going to the Maverick. So be prepared for a fight. And you guys begin speeding through the atrium towards where the Maverick is docked. Hello, friends. It's Dane, your Space Jam, here for a quick little update and housekeeping stuff. As usual, first and foremost, I hope you enjoy the first episode of our No Rest for No Quest event. That's right, all February long, we are going to be uploading a new episode every week instead of our usual every other week, just to get you guys a little more caught up. We have a kind of a backlog of episodes that we've already recorded and edited, so we wanted to thank you guys for the incredible launch and the support, and reward you by giving you more episodes. So every week this month, there will be a new episode on Wednesday, and then come March, we'll go back to our every other week schedule. On top of that, you might have noticed something new popping up in the feed called a level up episode, which is us dealing with anytime the boys level up in the campaign. We aren't going to do it during the episode, just as a means to keep the pace going. If you want to know and are interested in sort of the crunch of character development, the same way that like Session Zero focused on character creation, we'll be uploading separate auxiliary episodes called level episodes, in which the boys discuss their new feats and the new abilities that their class give them, and sort of like a direction on how they're going to progress their character. If that's not something that doesn't interest you, you can completely skip it. They are non-narrative episodes. They are literally just us leveling up their characters. I ask some questions, they give some answers. If that's something that interests you, by all means, check it out. Otherwise, don't worry about it. You're not missing anything. If you would like to let us know what you think about the episodes, or if you have any fan theories or want to share some art, if you're inspired to draw one of the characters, we have a Discord and a subreddit. The subreddit is NoQuestCast. If you want to join the Discord, all you have to do is head on over to our website at noquestcast.com, and you will see a link to join the Discord. The people that have been joining and the community that we're already building is really, really fucking cool. So come on in, say hi. Share your theories. We've already got some pretty wild ones out there, which is really cool to see as the person running the game. If you'd like to join us on social media and hang out with us there at NoQuestCast for both Instagram and Twitter, we pull, or more specifically, I pull names out of our followers and people who share our posts and tweet about us and talk about us. I've used the hashtag NoQuestCast to discuss the show with other people who are listening. I search those tags and I go through our followers to pull out names for new NPCs and characters and stuff. So if I'm ever stuck and have a new character I need to introduce, I will potentially choose your name and you would be in the show forever, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's all we've got to talk about, friends. So let's get back to the episode. Merrick, give me a perception check.
Will do. Natural 20.
Fantastic. You are flying underneath a bridge, and two things happen. One, you hear the rumble of an engine, and you notice that one of the claymores has been deployed, and that is the cube's excessive force option. It is a tank, and it drops down behind you guys, and the barrel begins extending from the front, and 3 turrets from either side and on top pop out, and you can hear within your ships, both of them, alarms are blaring, indicating that a target is locked. And the other thing you notice is a familiar face standing on the edge of the bridge. It's Azan.
Oh, God.
And as you fly under, time seems to slow as you guys make eye contact. As he stands on the bridge, his usual well-kept appearance is in complete disarray. Usually his dark blonde hair is pulled back into a short ponytail or top knot, but now it's longer than you've ever seen it, falling to his shoulders, greasy and matted. His typically well-trimmed beard is now long, unkempt, and wild. He's wearing this long, tattered, dark gray hoodie that goes down to about his knees, and there is an almost feral look in his eyes. And something is different. You've never really been able to get a read on him before, and this time, it's even more unsettling. And as you speed underneath the bridge, the tank comes underneath behind you, and you see Azan drop down on top of the tank, and hear him yell in this horrible sort of tinny, not robotic, but like hollow voice. The way it sounds when you yell into a room with no sort of like acoustics. And he says, "Merrick, give it to me!" And he holds out a hand that is roiling and dripping in silver liquid.
Who's Azan? I don't know, right?
You don't know that name, no.
I'm not even in the ship with you, so I can't. I'd like to look at the captain.
I don't even know how to respond. I'm flabbergasted. What do you want, Azan? What do you want?
You can hear the tank. It just says, like, target locked. And Azan looks annoyed that this is happening. And with his hand, the silver hand, he plunges it into the center of the tank and tears out the engine. And the engine is like the size of a refrigerator. And he holds it over his head and slams it back down to the front of the tank. And as it crashes into it, it begins spiraling down through the lightway into the atrium below. And Azan is just riding it down. And it explodes as it hits the concourse level. And people are hurt. and there's like just this crater, and you can see in the flames and the wreckage that one of the blades that was piling it is crawling, and Azen just reaches down and grabs him by the throat, and that silver liquid roils off him and into the blade, and the blade stands up as if nothing has happened, and he again locks eyes with you, Merrick.
Keep driving, Durrin. Keep driving quick.
Looks like you owe me a story, too.
I think so. I just stare back, not breaking eye contact with Azen.
Yeah, and he doesn't do anything. He just stands there, and him and the stalwart blade just stare at you and follow your trajectory. Durrin, you get a call.
Yep, I take a peek at
It's Thimble again.
You know what? At this point, I just like put it on the dash as I'm driving and flip it up and just be like, "Hey, Thim."
Durrin, are you okay?
I've been better. How are you doing?
Durrin, you need to tell me this and be honest, please. Did you do what they said you did?
I don't think anything I tell you will just persuade you. What do you think?
Durrin, answer the question. Did you do it, yes or no?
No.
Okay. They've locked down your ship. I'm sure you guessed that, but the Maverick is under complete lock. You are not launching it, but...
Shit.
I can give you a window. I can give you 30 seconds, but that's it. It's a one-time shot. When you are ready to launch, you tell me, and I will release it. I can do it anonymously, so there's no threat to me, but if you don't launch when you say you're ready to launch, you're locked for good, and I can't help you. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Then when you're ready, you call me.
We'll do it. Sorry the drinks didn't happen.
Oh, you still owe me a drink. You owe me 2 after this.
Yeah.
And Durrin?
Yeah.
Don't die.
No promises, but thank you. Them.
You hear a commotion on the other end of the line, and she just hangs up immediately.
And flip it closed as well. And I guess I'll tell Merrick to tell the captain, because I'm driving, so I'm assuming he has a communicator to inform them I can buy us a window to launch the Maverick.
Vic gets this and he says, "That's a goddamn godsend, thank fucking God. I didn't tell you what happened in... You know what, let's wait until we're docked. I'll tell you on the way to the Maverick." And you guys reach your, the last place that you can kind of go. You pretty much have to go by foot for the rest of the way. So you guys are able to land these daggers and begin making your way through the corridors of where you've parked the Maverick.
Were there any grenades in these daggers?
There weren't, no.
Okay, I'll stop asking.
Did I have time to heal during all this?
That's what I was trying to say when Azen came out of nowhere. I was like, can we jab Terry with the adrenal thing?
Please.
Yes, you guys can heal now if you want. The serums are just like injectors. You don't have to take time to do it. So yes, if you want to use some healing items, not a bad idea to do it.
Now, can Captain do his stamina cry, or is that... I'm not hurt, but I assume the boys need
No, he needs to do that. He needs to rest before he can do it again.
Cool.
Okay.
Did I lose all my D8s? That makes no sense.
What's a Mark 1 healing do?
D8.
1d8, yes. Mark 2 is 3d8, and the adrenal boost is 1d8.
3 times a day.
Yeah.
So I got 1 heal from that first one.
I don't need it at all, so if you guys want to split the adrenal one between you guys, go for it.
Oh, I took 2 hits from the adrenal. So I'm back at health, but I have no stamina.
All right, we're good to go.
Okay. You guys juice up. You've injected yourself with the heals. And as you guys are jogging through the corridor, Victor begins explaining what happened. We were contacted by the guild to investigate the beacon set off by the Nightcrawler. We investigated it. We found 2 taverns, reactors removed, and that liquid. I've reported that back to the guild. The guild was interested. The guild was concerned. The fact that people are attacking and dismantling taverns is not a good thing. But the administration, whoever the representative was, I've never seen them before, was very, very interested in this silver liquid, and they demanded that I hand it over. Normally when someone gets that pushy about something, I know that it's worth more than what we're getting paid for. I tried to negotiate a better rate for us. and all hell broke loose. You saw what happened. Everything went to goddamn shit in there, and it was all because I wasn't going to hand over this liquid. So whatever this is, and he pulls it out of his jacket pocket, he says, we need to make sure that it is safe. And we need to make sure that whoever we give it to, we can trust. And right now, I think that list is mighty small. And he puts it back in his breast pocket. I don't know what the hell happened here today, but we need to clear our names and we need to get the hell out of here. I will make sure that we are safe, but once we're off cue, we need to figure out a plan because our options are very limited, and I don't think they're going to be very good.
Is there somewhere we can disappear?
We have options. Like I said, they're not good ones, but we have contacts, we have friends. Granted, I don't know if they're going to want to have anything to do with us. And you guys are moving through the corridor. If you want to continue having a discussion, you can.
Let's just get safe first. Did the person who was being pushy, did they die in the explosion?
I didn't really hang around. I mean, the explosion was me. That was my way out. I did that.
You're so awesome.
Well, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Do you have any questions for Captain, or do you want to just keep moving?
I think any questions I would have for Captain, I'll wait till we're on the ship.
Okay. You guys are running down a corridor, and it's kind of like a blast lock thing. So it's multiple doors, but they're all open right now. So you guys are just hauling ass down here. And once you reach the last door, it slams shut. And the console goes from green to red, and it just says locked. And the door behind you beeps. And then you hear beep, 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 beep. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Ba-ding. And the door opens, and before you, with a giant cannon, stands Rick and Chris Freelance. And he says, "Sorry, guys, a gig is a gig." And he points the cannon towards you guys, and he says,
I thought he was coming to rescue us.
"No, he's taking a job to stop you guys. No hard feelings. You know how it is." And he unleashes this absolute monster cannon. And unfortunately, he completely misses you guys, and he hits the console to the door that just locked, and it explodes, and your door opens, and his door shuts in front of him. From behind the door, you hear, "Oh, beans!" And then you hear, beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Let's go.
Rick and Chris Freelance, the true villains of this campaign.
You know they're going to come back at us, right? Like, way down the road when we forget about them. They're going to come back around.
You hear from the other side of the door, "If you guys could just stay right there, I'll be here in a second." Boop, 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 boop.
Are you just guessing numbers?
I had it written down, but I forgot it.
Just try a bunch of zeros.
And you hear, boop, 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 boop. No, that didn't work.
You know something? The only trouble with kicking the shit out of you is it'll be too easy. And Cody's like, let's go.
And as you run through the corridors, you just keep hearing the beeps and the errors of Rick and Chris Freelance trying to get through the door. And you guys make it to the Maverick, and you arrive to the force field. Victor puts in his code, the force field drops for a second, and he gets in, and he's like, query, Satir.
Now, is it 4 zeros?
It's not 4 zeros. And nobody answers.
That's not good. Cody pulls his gulch gun out.
And Vic also draws one of his pistols, and he says, "Quip, query, Satir, you here?" And he calls them on his comm, and it rings for too long, and it says, "No answer." What would you guys like to do?
No.
I guess move in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're not doing anything, just sitting here.
We gotta just head in.
As you move in, the Maverick's not a huge ship, but it does take a little bit of time, and you make it into the tavern proper. You get through the airlock and then the tavern proper, and then Captain gets a call from Query. And she says, Victor, darling, you're not going to like this. And she holds the phone up, and her and Satir and Quip are currently taking cover behind the ambulance med evac vehicle they took. And she reaches up, and there is like an army of stalwart blades surrounding them. And she lowers it back down. She says, we're not going to make it. So you are going to have to run and come back for us. And the captain says, absolutely not. We are not, you are crew, and crew is family. We do not leave family behind. And he 180s and begins walking back out the tavern.
Cody follows.
Captain, what's our phrase?
He turns around and he says, Durrin, you shut your mouth. And on the other line, Quip says, he's right, Captain. Don't be a hero. Don't come get us. If you die or if you get arrested, then we're all fucked. With the four of you out there, you can come get us. You can clear our name. You can rescue us. You can prison break us. You can do whatever you want. But if we're all caught, we're all caught. If we're all dead, we're all dead. That's what we live and die by. Do not come get us. Don't be an idiot, Captain. And Query says, you know he's right, darling. All right. Okay. We'll get out. And suddenly you hear just a ton of boots. And down the corridor, you see the blades en masse, a force larger than the ones that Quip and Query and Satir are facing, all rushing down through the corridor. And they make it to the airlock of the Maverick, and all of them have their guns drawn. And the one who's clearly the commander, it's Treg. He says, gentlemen, I like you guys, but you know what you did. And you know we gotta take you in. So put down your weapons and come with us.
The screen is still up on the call, right?
Yes.
Cody makes two awkward signs at Satir because he's been trying to learn sign language since he's been being taught piloting, and all he knows is thank you and sorry. And he does them quickly and says, we didn't do anything.
We got too much evidence to believe that, kid. And in the crowd, you hear one of the weapons charge up, and he goes, and one of the shots goes off. One of the people shoots. Cody does a 21 hit your EAC.
Oh, yeah.
You take 6 points of fire damage as one of the blades shoots. And Treg says, what the hell are you doing? Hold your fire. I said we do not shoot unless we have to. They have not even drawn weapons yet. And suddenly a silver spike plunged through the back of Treg. And within the blades, it becomes chaos. They all turn on one another, and some of them begin firing on others. Most of them, the ones who are firing, do so with accuracy. The other ones all seem to have no idea what's going on as Azen walks through the crowd towards the Maverick. And he says, you have something that belongs to me.
We have to go, Captain.
Cody's like running towards the ramp and like trying to gesture for any of the blades nearby to get in.
Don't, no.
No.
Can't trust them. I gesture them away.
Captain looks at you, Durrin, and says, make the call. Make the call.
Captain, if we can get out of here in the next 30 seconds, I'll make the call now, but we only have a 30-second window.
That's fine. That's all we need. Make it. Call her.
Done. I send a little emoticon of a little rat and just send it to her.
And you get back 30 seconds.
Before we start to move, Merrick yells at Azen, why? All you wanted to do was be free and do whatever you wanted to liberate. This is tyranny. What changed? What happened? Was this always the plan?
He looks at you and says, this is liberation. And his arm once again turns into a blade, mirroring much your Solarian blade, Merrick. And he slowly begins walking, and Victor puts his comms up to his, pulls up his wrist computer, and he says, initiate remote launch protocol for the Maverick Tavern designation. And he takes a step forward as the barrier appears between you and him, with him on one side and you on the other. You hear the locks disconnect, and from the other side of the barrier, Victor Benson looks at you and he says, go. Clear our name, get our people. And before any of you say anything, this isn't being a hero, this is being a captain. And he drops the kunai into his hand, and as he charges forward towards Azan, the Maverick launches forward.
Fuck.
What
Captain.
What?
As you guys jettison out into space and leave the cube, you can see just kind of the widespread destruction that you guys didn't really know what was happening. There are chunks of the cube missing and gone, and debris has sort of filled. There's always chunks of debris around the cube because when you have something that's modular, things are bound to snap off and break and float into space. But there are like sections of the cube, and it can barely even be called that anymore. The shape does not resemble any sort of geometric shape anymore. And you guys are flying through space, but it is just the three of you. What do you do?
We need to get lost now.
Lost.
The silver liquid, does he have it?
Roll a perception check, Merrick.
A hot 15.
That's enough to notice that he slipped it into your pocket before he left.
We need to get that to someone. Do you know anyone?
Cody, I think we're a little bit over our heads on this one.
Yeah. I don't even remember half of anything, and I finally had a new family, and now I've just lost half of them.
Cody, they're not lost. We'll find them again. We'll stop whatever's going on together, okay?
Who was that guy? He knew you.
I'll explain after we've had time to rest.
Cody, you can fly this, right?
Cody's just like kind of blankly staring.
Cody, I need you to get... I need you here right now, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
What's that really good flying movie?
Lightweight to the danger zone.
He grins a little bit, and he's like, well, that didn't quite work out for us, did it?
Hey, currently you're now the pilot of the Maverick. Don't let us down, okay?
Yeah.
I would never let my wingman down. And Cody walks forward to the pilot seat, and are we going anywhere or just anywhere but here?
We need to go somewhere. The captain mentioned a few places, but I don't know where. That list, that whatever small list he may have had, it's not with us. I got nothing.
Is there like
personally.
a computer that might have like addresses or contacts or anything?
There might be, but now is not the time to do it because you now notice that the cube is launching ships, and they are attack ships.
All right, I'm
As quick as
just
possible,
gonna
Cody.
punch it. It's a 15.
Piloting?
Yeah.
So you start gunning it, but the Maverick isn't a combat ship. It's an explorer. It's got weapons, but you guys sustained heavy damage from the terror attack, and it has not been repaired yet. You guys were just doing, stuff. You were doing errands when all this happened on the cube. The Maverick is in rough shape. Durrin, give me an engineering check. And Cody, give
Okay.
me a piloting check.
Sure.
I have a 22.
It's a 14.
Okay. And Merrick, give me a culture check, please.
16.
Okay. Durrin, you know that it's risky. In order to enter drift, or the drift, which is the way that you travel faster than light safely, you need to have your engine shut down for a minute, your conventional thrusters. If you do that, you will be blown to hell.
Okay.
There is a way to rig it that you don't need to stop, but it is incredibly dangerous and completely inaccurate. You have no idea where you will end.
I can get us out of here. I don't tell them the risk part.
Do it.
Let's do it. I trust you completely.
I don't know if I do anymore, but
That's probably the worst decision you've made. I'll be in engineering.
What am I doing?
gutting it.
When you hear me call, you punch it.
So this is all done in the cockpit, Durrin, so you don't have to go anywhere.
Oh, man. I had a moment.
But that's okay. We can say there's an engineering section of the cockpit.
I raise a fist as if I'm taking it very literally, but then I grin. I got you.
All right, what do I need to do, Dane?
First, I will tell Merrick with your culture check. You know that the space outside of the cube, as I mentioned before, has a ton of debris and a ton of sort of things floating around, and there are garbage stations here and there, like scattered throughout, little satellite stations that scoop up all this, and they could be a decent place to put distance and block targeting of the ships.
Cool. I point that out to Cody. Get us some cover. while Durrin does what he needs to do, we need to stay safe and play smart.
All right. I start angling towards a garbage, bot.
So, Durrin, you're going to have to give me
Yep.
some engineering checks. Give me one right now, please, as
Okay.
4 of the cube stalwart Zweihanders fall
Nice.
into place and begin opening fire on you guys.
23.
So cool.
Perfect. Durrin, you have successfully started the bypass process. Cody, you're going to have to give me some piloting checks, please.
Sure. Let's say 17.
All right. You're able to dodge most of the fire, but some of them are landing and hitting you and are doing some real damage to the Maverick. You see one of those things that Merrick pointed out, one of those large trash collectors, essentially.
Can I dip under it and come up behind it so that it's between us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I assume.
So
we need
give me a
piloting
pilot check. Yep.
Oh. That's a 19.
Perfect. Yeah, you pull this off with ease. It is not a difficult maneuver, especially because these things are standing still, and you are able to give Durrin a brief chance of stability to do his engineering magic. Merrick, what would you like to be doing at this point?
I'm standing next to the captain's chair. I'm just trying to think of anything the captain's ever said about where to go if something terrible happened.
Okay, cool. Give me an intelligence check. Just a straight up and down intelligence check.
That's going to be a 12.
Okay. You remember him saying that he did have contact on a place called Cirth.
Okay. Cirth.
And if you give me a culture check, I will let you know a little bit about that. But right now, I need Durrin to give me a engineering check.
All right, keep working my magic. Same roll, 23.
Perfect. You now bring up the sort of bars that show you, thruster power and drive power, and you begin sliding those to the other side. And Cody, you feel the juice kind of fall out of it. And even though you're punching it as hard as you can, you notice that there is a direct drain from the power. Merrick, what'd you get on that culture check?
Culture check, that's going to be a hot 22.
Perfect. So Cirth is sort of it's a station that's just kind of chilling on its own. It's much smaller than the cube, but it is another human settlement meant to be an entertainment district, lots of casinos, but it's also a really seedy place. A lot of illegal activity happens there. And that the captain has vaguely mentioned from time to time that he has someone there that he trusts.
Okay, keep me that mental note.
And Cody, give me one more piloting check, please.
That is a 23.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
just weaving and flying in between the debris. I'm gonna roll some attack rolls. Oof. So I rolled a nat 20 and a 19. So the Maverick has taken some solid hits. During the screens are starting to flicker. And Cody, you notice that the handling is starting to take a dip as well. Durrin, if you hit a DC 20 engineering check here.
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't tell me the DC. No.
Never tell me the DC.
You can enter into the drift.
It's going to be a fumble.
So Dane, quick question.
Yep.
What does a natural 1 get me?
Are you joking?
I'm not fucking with you. With an 11.
You think you've done it.
I look at Cody, I'm just don't know if you pray often, but now's the time to pray to Triune. Punch it.
We'll get them. Believe me. Every fucking one of them. And I punch it.
And at that time, Durrin, you hit the button that switches over into the drift drive. And it happens. Yeah, you enter the drift. At least most of the Maverick.
Oh, no!
As you pull out of the drift, it's a split second that you are in there, but you pull out of it, and judging by the sensors, there's a large part of the ship that did not come with you. And you, unfortunately, are also in the process of entering an atmosphere of a planet. And Cody, you have little to no control over this. As you break through the atmosphere of this planet, you begin to see what you're looking at. And for miles in every direction, you see this cracked earth desert where Sometimes these cracks open up into these gaping chasms, and these massive roots are sort of snaking in and out of the ground, and you can see them weaving themselves, almost like stitching through these massive chasms. And ahead of you is a mountain range, and you are flying right at them.
Piloting check?
Yep.
Don't tell me
Durrin,
to see.
we're going to have to talk about your good ideas soon, okay?
That's a 15.
That's... No. You try to pull up, and you just scrape the bottom of the Maverick along these mountains, and you can feel just the weight of the ship change as the bottom half of the Maverick gets ripped off. And you can tell that the reactor is still there. Knowing how sturdy that bastard is, the reactor is still there. But as you crest these mountains, the landscape completely changes. There is this massive tree in the distance, and it's probably... And when I say big, I mean like the base of the tree is several city blocks. Like, it is miles wide. And before you are these lush, verdant fields and this thick emerald forest. And you begin crashing through the leaves and the branches and the trees. And the last thing you remember seeing is the ground of the planet Goa.